And we're live. All right. Morning thoughts. Morning thoughts. Morning thoughts. Shout out to Esserin Odetta. Thank you, Seymour, for being the first one in Esserin Odetta. Second one in this morning. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up. Shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers, the Uber driver, the Lyft driver, the truck driver, the taxi driver, the food delivery drivers, the bus drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to every single clean-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You already know the rest of the professions. Shout out to the military personnel, law enforcement personnel. Shout out to those in the medical field. Shout out to every single good person out there this morning. All right, here we are this morning on a beautiful Monday morning it is, and we have some things to talk about. Big up to Esserin, big up to Seymour, big up to Miss Goldie Robinson, big up to June O'Brien. Thank you for being here. A lot of people think I'm going to come on like 7:30 this morning. I'm trying to come on earlier in the morning. Anyhow, here we are. And this morning topics are: there's a father that's on the run this morning. The police are looking for him for what he did to his teenage daughter. We're going to talk about that story in length. And then we're going to also talk about a missing 18-year-old that was recovered. Notice I said recovered. We're going to talk about that one as well because I saw her picture and somebody sent it to me. I said, SouFlo, post a picture here and see if we can help find her. But before I could post the picture to say help find her, she was recovered. Yeah. And then we're going to talk about Clarendon is running hot. Clarendon, I'm from Clarendon, Jamaica, people. So anytime things go down there, sometimes I speak about them, sometimes I don't. If the topic is too close to home and I might run into certain people, I'll leave the topic alone, right? So we're going to talk about all that this morning. We're also going to talk about 99, 100 and counting. 100 and counting has to do with our road conditions in Jamaica as far as how people are driving and the amount of accidents and the amount of lives being lost. So if it's not gunman or kill we off down there, is the traffic conditions as well. It's a big factor. It's a big factor. In the meantime, let me say this though. A lot of debt talk this morning, but before I get into those, just remember that I don't want you to ever watch my videos and think that Jamaica is the worst place in the world and you will never go there and all these other things, because people do that all the time. Boy, SouFlo, the amount of death and destruction in Jamaica, I'm not going back and I haven't been there in 15 years and I left for the same reason. Okay, if you haven't been there in that long and you left for the same reason, I haven't been around that long on YouTube. So obviously I'm not the reason why you're not going back. But I want you to understand that things happen everywhere for real. I know Jamaica is a small island, and I know it seems much when so much is going on in such a small space. However, I'm one of the Jamaicans them that say, me not throw no stone behind me because foreign is not mine. And I remember that conversation? I'm not throwing no stones behind me because foreign is not mine, which means they can probably pack me up and send me back to where I was born any given day. I'm not doing anything for them to do that to me, but you never know, right? Because you're in somebody else's house. It's not your house. It's a privilege to be there, but things can change. So we still hold dear to where we originate from, and we show it mad respect and mad love, and we still let the world know that despite of all that's going on, there are still many progressive, productive, loving people, caring people that are there. So we can't throw out the baby with the bathwater kind of thing. It's not a strategy that I would advise us to use. Still go home, still plant your roots, still make sure you're familiar with culture, still make sure you're familiar with people and these kind of things. Nobody come to foreigner and go and like say, foreign is yours, because they have a way of letting you know here quickly that you're not from here. I don't care how good you master this accent. I don't care how good you camouflage or assimilate. They have a way of letting you know that You ain't from here. So always remember that, right? All right. With that said, Julie Tapper says, not giving up on my place. Me neither. No deal. Devin Gale, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Perlis123. Great goodies is in the building. Purple Royal, big up yourself. Miss Goldie Robinson is here as well. June O'Brien is tuning in this morning with us as well. I put up a video before I get started on all these topics. I put up a video yesterday. I don't know if you saw the video. I feel compelled to talk about the video a little bit this morning because I found something interesting in the comment section. So the video I'm talking about, I had to pull the video, redo the video, and put the video back up. So I'm gonna put up a video that I got dressed, went to the beach with my kids, came back from the beach about 4 hours later. I said, let me check on the video, how it's doing. 5 hours into the video had 11,000 views in 5 hours, 11,000 views, and over 490 something comments. So it was busy. People were really taken to the topic and were really giving their opinions. Then I got a copyright warning notification and I took the video down immediately because I don't want them strike the channel and I don't want to get in trouble with people's stuff. Remember, I told you I'm that kind of person. If somebody say, yo, that's my content, I don't even argue. Take it down. If somebody says, yo, you're portraying my family in the wrong way and this is false information, right? That's up, right? So one of those things happened yesterday with the video and I had to pull it and start all over again. And I was asking anybody who saw it before to leave your comments again. I found something very interesting though. Let me tell you what the story was for those who haven't seen it. I'm not going to tell you the whole story. You can go watch the video because it's still up. So there's a woman who is married and she thinks that the child that she has is the child of her husband's father and not her husband. You know, the long story, they were trying to have a baby, them have children already, but it's all girls. And an incident happened while they were visiting the in-laws in Jamaica. And somehow, her husband's father ended up in a fear bed. And she end up carrying a baby that she now thinks it's not her husband's baby, it's her husband's father baby. So she's been carrying the secret for a while and she feel like it's one of them things that will drive her crazy, you know? So her dilemma is, do I take it to the grave or do I make this known? She says, SouFLo, I respect your reasoning abilities and stuff. I watch you all the time, been a subscriber for the longest. Give me some sound advice. If we put it up, please don't put anything about me in it, in the information stuff. So I omitted, deleted, took out all her information and gave you the story. Come, you want to hear what the audience did have to say. And what I found interesting was a lot of women in the comment section said, a lot of women in the comment section said they would take it to the grave. They would take it to the grave. You are my wife. You did something that made you have a child by my father, and you're going to take it to the grave. So I'm going to raise my brother thinking that that's my son. That's weird. But not majority, but a lot of women said take it to the grave. Take it to the grave because some things should be taken to the grave was one of my favorite comments. Because take it to the grave because some things should be taken to the grave. I thought, wow. Sips my hot tea, my elderberry and echinacea tea, which I'm on this morning. This morning, I'm going to do a radical washout. Well, summer is approaching, people. So we have to start get our body in shape on these things, even though we should be staying in shape all year round. But you know how that go already too. So now is the time of the year where I normally do a washout and then start eating clean, like more fruits and vegetables than anything else. So drinking some echinacea tea this morning, got up, went to the gym, did a good workout. I'm going to do a thorough washout after this. And then the washout, I want to film it. The last washout I did, it's on YouTube with like 167,000 views on it. It's the method that I used, and apparently a lot of people found it interesting to the tune of 167,000. So I will be doing that same washout step by step this morning again. Look out for that video if you want to clean out your gut and start over again. Somehow, no man, your belly big gun, we out just like you're 9 months pregnant. I'm the kind of person who feel very funny about my body once my belly start to grow a little bit. So it's time to cut down on certain things. It's time to cut out certain things. It's time to get back exercising. You know, health as well. And you got to listen to your body because your body warns you. You know, my sister said that a big belly on a man is early signs of a disease developing. We take it for a joke because nothing happens the first couple of years you carry that big belly until health issues start arising. So I'm not waiting on all that. May I slim down? Seems like some of your subscribers are giving jackets, says Lady J. Lady J, I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised because I do topics all the time where women normally take sides, no matter how bad it is or what another woman has done. It always turns into, well, the man made her do it. You know, I probably are gonna end up talking out the whole video. She said they went to Jamaica. They went to go visit the family, the in-laws. You know, when you go to Jamaica and you stay with family and these things, they did that. But her husband was all over the place when he was in Jamaica, and he left her behind frequently. Like he would leave her at the in-laws and go out. And sometimes he would take her 2 days before he came back, or 1 day before him come back. But the last 2 days before they left the island of Jamaica, he was missing for 2 days. She was in contact with him by phone, so she knows that he was alive and okay. He left with friends to go party, and he was supposed to come back the same night. However, he came back 2 days later. She was upset. She was mad. She didn't. His excuse was, go and go watch the video to find out what his excuse was that he gave her, because that information is in there. But however, he showed up. They threw a party, a going away party for them. He didn't even make it to the going away party. She was mad. She was upset. She said she started drinking. There's something in Jamaica, right, where they mix called rum punch. I'm gonna tell you something. If an older person in your family mix the rum punch there, and if you see the little pimento seed them going around in it, it's going to taste good. But I advise you up front, don't drink it like it's fruit punch. Because because that rum is a creeper and a kicker. And when the rum lick you down, everybody know about Ray and his nephew them. Ray and his nephews. Everybody knows about Ray and nephew. You have to drink responsibly. So it was the rum punch that she said got her. And you know, she was drinking away and she was mad because it was a going away party and her husband wasn't there. And him the on phone I talk about I'm coming, I'm coming. He was coming all right, but he wasn't coming to the party. So he arrived when it was time for them to leave and they left. Fast forward into the future, she discovers she is pregnant. Her husband always wanted a boy. They have children, but they didn't have a boy. He got his boy. All right. Now she's backtracking and thinking, and she's like, a woman knows her body. A woman knows what time she was doing what. She knows who could possibly have been the individual that deposited the magic potion that swelled up her belly and gave her a baby. So she went back and she said, after she started thinking, among other things that happened, this baby is not his. But you know, father look like son. So everybody says, boy, look like him father, sir. But closer family members say he looks more like the grandfather than him even look like him father. That wouldn't set anybody off really. Because you know, somehow we really look like we're grandparents, and we look like our parents. But if you put us next to our grandparents, people would think that that's your parents because you look so much like either your grandmother or your grandfather. So it wasn't no big red flag. But when family members started saying it to her, she started thinking, yeah, that's it. Now her dilemma is, do I tell or do I take this to the grave? She explained the dynamics of the relationship in the relationships, boats, canoes in the family. The mother, her mother-in-law, always treated her like a daughter. She have a lot of respect for the lady. The lady have a lot of respect for her. She's married to her son. Blah blah blah. She said if she let this secret out, that woman is not gonna respect her anymore. That relationship is shattered. The son is probably going to become enemies with the father because that's big betrayal. Your dad sleep with your wife and don't and like it's just something that is going to rip a family apart, right? So that's where she is with it. Dorothy T says that's too embarrassing. I wouldn't tell anyone. So you would literally have your husband raise his little brother and not ah, woman, them wicked, them wicked. You wouldn't tell him. You would literally have your husband raise his little brother and not tell him, say, a thing did go on when you know your father um did so and so. Some of the women though were saying that she was, I don't care what you want to call it, SouFlo, but she was raped because she said she was under the influence and she was drunk. But if you listen to the letter, she said, although she was drunk, rumor spin and all these things, she still knew that it was not her husband that got in the bed with her. And she did it anyways, and she did it willingly. So she has said nobody never forced her to do it, and she knew it wasn't her husband. She was mad. Right place, right time. So who he going and tell? Jane Anderson, who he going and tell? My son look like him grandpa, but grandpa was never come to JA. Dorothy T says that's too embarrassing. She wouldn't tell nobody. This is one she was going to be taken to the grave. Brummel Wright says she shouldn't do it. Full stop. Blame it on the alcohol. I don't know if I would accept that. You heard my advice that I gave, right? Please be on topic. Please be on
Hello.
topic. Yes, morning. Please be on topic.
Yes, my brother. How are you? Pleasant good morning.
Pleasant good
Always a good
morning to you,
morning.
fam. Are you
Yeah, you know.
listening to the
You,
topic?
yes, man.
Okay.
You know them say that sometime what drop off a head fall upon shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So, you know, I don't think that this woman should go through life misleading the man, misleading the son as to the paternity. Because the maternity is certain, but the paternity so like it is misconstructed and misguided.
Mm.
And
Do you think she should tell? Just tell everybody?
of course, you can this that no kosher, brother.
Yeah.
You got through life and as a man, you have to say I raise a little brother.
I raise your little brother and you think oh
Nah,
boy.
man. Nah, man.
Mm.
I father them turn over that and make the father pay all the maintenance and all them shit there, you understand? I father pay all the maintenance.
But she not ready
But
for
the father there.
she not ready for the consequences. I don't think she want to lose her marriage, but I think if you're in something like that, you should accept that that's what's gonna happen, though.
But the father they really wicked still. Imagine you have your wife or your yard. You can go around run by and go buy in the back road or which part of there.
Mm-hmm.
And your son,
The son wife.
not a woman, your son wife you choose to sleep with.
Yeah, that too. Not even a
Man, the
girlfriend,
father they should hang himself, man. Not drown himself, man.
I know.
Bless up here, brother.
Manners and respect here, sir.
Good.
All right. All right. The brother that said the father that should have hanged himself or drowned himself. It's not even like it's his daughter's boyfriend. I mean, not like it's his son's girlfriend. It's his wife, you know? and wife, where they've been married for a while. They have other children together. But you know, me would have a fault with my wife still, cause two wrong don't make a right. So even though I'm out there and I'm leaving you unattended and going out and thing and not coming back until next day and them thing there and you're suspicious of me doing something, you don't have no proof that I was doing nothing. You just suspicious, and based on suspicion, you made yourself available to my father. Now, if it's a party, but she was drunk, Veronica Gale said, but she was drunk. But why did you get drunk? Why did you get drunk? Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFlo.
Good morning, fam. How you doing?
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
this a rough one. This a rough one because if she says something to the man and it become a problem, them little girls lose their daddy.
Mm-hmm. Because I don't know not one man that's gonna stick around for that.
Stick around for that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so but the same way the question as to whether or not the boy would know his father, he'd know his father as his grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's not that he wouldn't know.
But,
I mean,
that's a different
to me,
kind
she
of
should tell her
relationship,
husband.
though.
She should have, right, because you know that's not. But
that's not my daddy.
That's
my granddaddy. You know, that's my granddaddy, daddy. My uncle daddy and my granddaddy daddy, boy.
I mean, because that raised conflict for the children amongst each other.
Exactly. You not my, you my, yeah. I don't, all kinds of craziness. You think she should tell her husband?
Well, I mean,
from a distance.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, she should get the DNA first to be sure before, you know. DNA.
Well, she sounds pretty convinced. I mean, I don't know if she didn't mention. I don't think she mentioned any DNA in the letter, and I would say get a DNA too to be sure. But golly,
because she feels since she had a boy, it can't be her husband because he always had girls.
He always had girls. And also, I'm saying a woman knows her timing, right? You know when that window opens and closes for you. You know what was going on around that period. I was thinking too, why didn't she like have an abortion? But I'm not an advocate for abortion, by the way. But
yeah, right.
I still think that some situations call for. Like, I'm not encouraging anybody to keep a rape baby and stuff like that.
But that would, in a way, that would be what that would have been, keeping the rape baby.
But she said,
I mean, because like she said, she didn't know how she got to the room. So that means this man took her to the room to put her to bed, take her to bed.
But what about the part where she, see, yes. But what about the part?
I mean, come on, being drunk, when you're drunk, there's a level of consciousness that you do have in any drunk, but she was drunk. She wasn't in control of everything. She maybe didn't fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But she said she did it willingly. But, and she knew it wasn't her husband.
Yeah, she knew it wasn't her husband. Yeah.
That part.
But you know how we get when you drinking. You need a top off.
Whoa.
So she just
and my daddy will do. Okay. And my daddy will do. Nah.
I don't think at that point she realized it was her father-in-law. I think it's in the callback, you know, when you go back and you're thinking about it and you're saying, did this happen? Did this really happen? Who was that? And then I don't think she realized it at the moment, in the moment. I think she realized it in the recall, you know?
Yeah. If it was his brother, it would be different. But it's his dad.
Yeah, that's his. Yeah, that and the mother-in-law treated lover. So, but I think even with the joke from the sister, say that maybe daddy do this shit. You know,
right. But you know, that's how we talk in the Caribbean. So we'll be like, "Why you sure, say You're sure say you and daddy never do something. But we'll say that as a joke. And she said it was meant to be a joke, which is how we speak. But she knew she took it differently because she got something else going on. Like it ain't no joke for her. You know, daddy did do something. But she can't let that out.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say if she do the DNA first and then to find out what's going. But okay, even with the DNA, because because they determined that this was bloodline, for family members from women. You understand? So wouldn't the child still show what it would be the percentage in what the baby comes out?
That's what I'm wondering.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm wondering too. Like if a DNA was done, would it still like be a match? Like would one of my children's DNA be a match to my dad or to my mom? Or I don't know.
I mean, I know when I've watched paternity court and like the parent is the father's deceased, they're doing DNA off of a family member.
Right. So would the DNA prove anything?
I mean, like that she's related. They related, but I guess it might be in the percentage. It wouldn't be a 99.9%.
The percentage.
Maybe be an 80%. I don't know, SouFlo. This one was a rough one, but thank you. Have a blessed day, fam.
All right, thank you. You too. Boy, listen, life is stranger than fiction, I tell you. Life can be so strange. I don't know. This is what I said, right? I said tell. There's two things. One, you can either tell, but you have to tell in a special way. Like tell from a distance. Tell from a distance. Meaning you're going to another place to go on your little vacation. You probably want to go see your family or something and then tell from there. Tell FaceTime long distance. Don't tell no man this to his face. The reason is because you don't know what might happen. And I know you might look at your husband and say, because she said it, because like he'll never do anything to hurt me because I know you've never done nothing like this before. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Blessed morning, my family.
Good morning, my brother. What going?
First and foremost, I would like to say thank you and the SouFlo family this morning, isn't it?
Man, that's my brother.
Yeah, man, he's a long time subscriber. You see, I might remember the name, Ned Walton.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. It's the first time I called in. You know, I always watch and everything going.
Ned Walton, big up yourself, family. I appreciate you calling in. What going?
Yo, you know what say? You know what say? I take you in the life, bro. So me say, you have got just forward clean and just let it out there, man.
Shall I forget just let it out.
Yes, man, because I got date with that on our conscience.
Boy, some of the women them still are saying, it's best for dead with the one upon your conscience, Like
well, you can't sleep in peace.
That the woman has said. She said she can't sleep. She tormented. She up all night. It bothering her spirit. You feel like she go crazy just to hold the scene. So I tell her, if you get some peace of mind, just let it out. But understand, so you're gonna lose a lot.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, everything mash up after that.
Cartel, he make a song a long time with a youth named Maxwell. Say, "Bun to boy."
Yeah.
Look like you won't stay too long in the overgrow.
She should have left out that part there.
Yeah, man.
Oh God.
She never do fear part, right, brother? I just say go.
Boy. Big up yourself here, sir.
Yeah, man.
So you said tell. All right,
Yes,
sir.
right.
Bless. Meds said tell. A lot of women say take it to the grave. The man them I said tell. The woman them I said take it to the grave. No woman. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
With regard to that topic,
Oh, do you have us on speaker, Bluetooth? There's a lot.
Hold on, I have an Okay, could you hear me better now?
Yes, clearly.
Okay. One thing you said, you asked why would she get drunk? But she's around family. That's your comfort zone, right? Or supposed to be.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, so what I was trying to say is this. Most of us know how we get when we're drunk. Some people know I can handle my liquor, and then other people know I turn into a whole freak when I get drunk. So I got to be careful who I get drunk around, kind of thing. So you go drinking up this punch, knowing you're getting slizzard drunk, and your man is not around. Like, if anything goes down, how are you going to help yourself? You're right, though, because you're visiting. I know the vibes when you go home to the Caribbean and you're visiting people chilling, who smoking, who drinking, and you don't feel like you need to limit yourself and protect yourself because you feel like you're around people that have your best interests at heart, so nothing bad is going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think she should tell her husband. However, she should do a DNA test first because you can do a DNA test without him knowing. There's ways to do things.
Right.
I wouldn't advise her to keep that as a secret.
What?
That will eat her alive. That will eat her alive.
So don't keep it as a secret.
I wouldn't keep it as a secret. Do the right thing. You've already messed up. So just make it right. Think you're probably going to lose your husband or whatever, but based on what she's saying, maybe he's not even that great of a husband to begin with. Because how are you going to go? We're going on vacation, and you're just dropping me somewhere, and you're gone all over the place.
But he dropped her around family because he thought she would be okay.
It doesn't matter.
Right?
It doesn't matter. We're family. You and I are married. We're family. So we're going on vacation. Should we not be spending time together, doing things together as a family? You're dropping me and you're gone for 2 days, 1 day, 2 days, or whatever.
Yeah, he was doing too much. He was doing too much. And I'm not justifying that part though. Because you can't bring your wife on vacation and you just like drop her off for your family to babysit her while you go do your thing. I look at that also as him having his cake and eating it too. Because check it out. If your wife in the Caribbean, right, and you put her around family, it pretty much means she probably won't be able to do anything, even if she was the type to do anything, because your family is not going to take that kind of disrespect. Your family is probably going to be like, well, who that man my sister-in-law talking to? And that's my brother's wife. Excuse me, kind of thing. So he's well protected on that end. He knows wifey ain't doing nothing because she's with the people who he left her with. So he probably wasn't expecting that. So he was having his cake and eating it too.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I think there's a delay with her.
No, you're good. Go ahead. You said his father screwed up too?
He screwed up too because he knew what he was doing. That means he was watching his wife
from before. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
In order for him to do that. If I were her, I would also call him and have a discussion as well, but I would record it because guaranteed he will turn it around on her and say, oh, it was her fault.
All right, I'm gonna give you an example after we're done talking about how the father and her interaction could have gone. Yeah, because we look at the father and we say, yeah, the father probably was watching her a while, so he was plotting on his son's wife. But it could be like this too, right? Father never had no intentions of doing anything with her or whatever, but father getting drunk too, or I don't know if father was drinking the rum punch, but I know she was. But she probably started flirting with the father, giving him a vibe like it could go down because she was already mad at her husband for not being there and haven't been home in 2 days. So she was probably already mad at him. So she's like, I'm going to spite him. And she just started flirting and flirting lead to, a woman can give an inviting invitation to a man without saying a word.
That's true.
A woman can give that invitation without saying a word. So who's to tell in her drunkenness or when she was tipsy or whatever, if she wasn't, legs crossed in the skirt, pull off the leg and put up the next leg, and daddy swear same see her like a flash or something. And the wink him off 2 times with her eyes, give him a stare down. Y'all women know how you do. You know how you call a man in. So she's probably, I don't know. She was probably giving that vibe off, and daddy felt like, what? Under my drunks, I could blame it on the liquor. and one thing led to another. He's weak in the flesh, and she was trying to get revenge, and now she's like, I didn't know it was his dad, but I knew it was somebody. I don't know.
It's a sad situation, but I think she should just be honest.
Just be honest. Let it out.
Just be honest.
I agree.
Wherever the chips fall, then oh well.
Deal with it from there.
Yeah.
Her kids are gonna hate her. Let's talk about that part.
Well, it is what it is. But like I said, she should do it. There's ways she could do a DNA test with the husband without him knowing. And after you get the results, then go from there. If he's the father, then maybe keep it quiet. But if he's not the father, that's something that needs to be known. And you can tell by the percentage if the grandfather is the father or her husband is the father. You can tell.
Okay. So, I was confused about that part too. Like, can you tell? Because they're, similar DNA, but you're saying they could tell. Because
you can DNA... absolutely 100% tell.
Okay. You know what? That's true.
I'm away to work, so have a good day.
All right. I appreciate you greatly. Have a wonderful day. All right.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. Althea James said the same thing that I said. Listen, Althea says, so you can't, hold on, let me take this call. 1 second, the caller. Althea James said, so you want to tell me that no one else didn't notice anything at the party? I bet someone else at the party carried a secret about that night. I bet someone else from that party is carrying a secret about that night. Somebody else must have noticed something. Where did daddy go? Where did auntie so-and-so go? What go on in the room upstairs? That's all. I don't know. Maybe they have a big house with 20 bedrooms or something. I don't know. Anyway, caller, talk to winner.
Yes, brother.
Yes.
I think it speaks as to the virility of older man in Jamaica and the Caribbean. The good food and the hard work ethic. Because if a man at female just say 55, can go in there and put in a good performance. Yeah, man. You have to look at the food where down there, the work ethic, and the way how the man keep himself in shape. And we have to look at this is the silver lining, this is the other story but we're not talking about yet, so we really need to be addressed. Is that if we did there as a foreign and keep up with the man down that way there, then this couldn't go on. You understand?
Hold on there. Say that again.
If the husband, if the old man down there never did keep up himself fit,
that couldn't go on.
It couldn't go on.
Because would have flap out on the ride.
Would have flap out on the show. But you understand? The thing would have never reached yet. And this would be an argument.
Alright, so. But it don't take no great performance doing no brother. Fertilizer egg, you know. It don't take no great performance. Baby born in a less than 2. You understand?
No, man, if you ever know the CB,
some 10-second wine and joke.
Fish coat like lifeguard, deep water, shark infested water free take, man. We are talking about, man.
Yeah, but it don't take no great work to do it. Or sometimes some 10-second wine and joke and baby come.
Well, I'm not familiar with that case, and I have known a lot of cases. That is outside of my purview.
That is outside of your purview. Yeah, but a true thing. A true thing. But yeah, me hear what you say still.
Yeah, man, but you hit on the rum punch with the pimento there. Yeah, dangerous.
Yes, yeah, that drink there is dangerous.
Yeah, it's a man's drink, you understand?
Yeah.
Nice and woman. Yeah.
All right, sir.
But as you said, the dynamic different. Because if it was even like a brother, so with a much different dynamic. But your father know all things be equal. You kind of trust your father a certain way.
Yeah, man. If I did an uncle or a brother or somebody else, a cousin, then it would have been like bad and not so bad. But it's terrible. If I your dad, your father. Can you imagine if him did go sleep with our mother now? But well, our mother probably too old for breed, but you never know. I'm sure she wouldn't take it lightly.
When it come on to man and woman, I don't trust nobody. If me and my woman and me know say our cousin come visit her, Me not trust nobody. Me not trust none of them boy there.
See.
Isn't it?
So all if a wife if you know, you not trust our uncle and brother and cousin
No,
and
sir.
all right,
From the
so
man have 2 balls and them a swing same here.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
you not trust him.
No, sir.
Yeah, cause people deal with them family ram and all kind of something there, you know, and keep them secrets. As you
Yeah,
see
man,
a lot
you
of
know,
these
sir.
women, so then we take that to the grave. That
I
tell me
can't
say
check on
them keep secret.
because and the cousin them boil one nice pot of soup.
And so they used to say man cousin and cousin make dozen or cousin and cousin boil nice soup and these kind of things. Oi.
Yeah, man. From a man and woman involved, Rasta, me not trust nobody. Me not trust wife, girlfriend, me not trust uncle, brother.
Me no blame
Yeah,
you.
man. All if a man come there, all if one of my cousins come there and him, if all, the same all handicap, me not trust him for, nah, man, from the plane and lift up off of the runway, Rasta,
Yeah.
can carry passenger.
Yeah, all right, so
All right, brother.
manners.
Yeah.
Brother said from the plane and lift up off of the runway, it can carry passengers. Read between the lines. Stash said the fact that her husband left her for 3 weeks to go gallivant around the island, he was dissing. He was there. He was there. I mean, live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFlo.
Morning, brother. How go on?
Yeah, listen. I see topic. I mean, I tell you, me would advise her to tell the man.
You said tell him.
Because, no, man, I tell man.
Don't tell him.
That's a dangerous thing, you know. No, man, she will lose her life over it, man.
And that's why I said tell from a distance.
I don't tell from a distance. Remember, say, you know, if I want to see her to talk about it, you know.
FaceTime, brother.
We have
no. In other words, then I run with me. I tell her to run. She have to go run. Yeah, cause you don't know how this man might take this.
SouFlo, read this.
Mm.
I look a bun can make a man get crazy away.
So imagine.
Just imagine that in own father.
Mm.
Now, man, I would advise her to tell him. Grave that, brother.
All right, sir. You are the first man who say, don't tell him.
Brother, no, I have to save our own life, man. Tell her.
Yeah. No, man, me have to tell him, but tell him from a distance.
No, man, she have to go.
She have to go all that.
The kids, them life are going to mash up everything because she can't see back that brother there. I'm going to kill her the chance him get me, I tell her. Any chance him get him, I'm going to kill her.
Boy, that one is stressful. I mean, I get stressed out on my thing. That one is stressful.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that one is
Any
stressful.
chance him get, him going to try to kill her or something.
But you're me, I say, why a woman would have put herself in a situation like that, though? Because honestly, as she put herself in that situation, if her husband wasn't there, she could have said hi and goodbye and good night to the people, then pack her things and get ready to leave the next day. She just start drink.
Remember say woman pray deep and pray all type of fuck up way
when they're angry.
You know?
Beer emotions,
yeah,
no constructive talk.
Nothing. They not think straight, so they just do some devil thing for spite you.
Yeah.
Something like that go on.
All right, sir.
Yeah, man.
Manners here?
Yeah.
All right, brother said tell. Don't tell. He's the first man that said don't tell. Everybody else said tell. Grandpa, I saw it. Oh, that says Grandpa looked good. Seymour says, hold on there. Seymour says he was running around Jamaica giving her a bun and he got a taste of his own medicine. Damn, that's extra. That man didn't ask for all that. He didn't. He was running around. So she said, right, that he would go out to go party. Say he went out tonight to go party. He wouldn't come back tonight. He would come back the next day. Now, the brother, on his behalf, there is a good excuse for that because party in Jamaica end late. So of course me I gotta come back the next day. If me leave with my brethren them, if I tell you that, yo babe, them are my brethren, I haven't seen them in years and them thing that, you know, from I left Jamaica, blah blah blah. We had just a catch up on some old time and these things. We leave for go party late. 10, 11 o'clock at night we are left for go party. Party I run till 4, 5 o'clock the next morning. Some place it run till 6 o'clock, breakfast I serve. So of course I'm coming back the next day. Party did nice, right? But he did too many of those, I think. And then worst one was where him gone for 2 days. Yeah. That partner, you can't leave for 2 days, brother. And then tell wife about, you know, go watch the video for hear the man excuse why he was gone for 2 days. But I see some people here are saying that's his fault because this is the tangled web that he weaved. Faye Shepherd says we as women are sensual beings. Faye, stop. So we as women are sensual beings. What that mean? That's why you shouldn't drink in public or drink around people who you wouldn't want to have something with. Cinnamon Toast Cinnamon, good morning fam. I missed y'all last week and I hope everyone is doing fine. Big up yourself, Cinnamon Toast Cinnamon. Thank you for being here. Nikita Jones says it's been a while. She have not called in. Oh, they're talking about the voice of reason. Well, you know, people got stuff going on in their life. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFlo. How are you?
I'm good, family. How you doing?
Not too bad.
You hear this topic that we're on this morning?
Blame it on the Jews. Just stay loose.
Blame it on the
Blame it on the alcohol. I guess you blame it for the alcohol.
She blame it for us.
Hearing from yesterday, it was a topic in the own SouFlo. So I guess you blame it on the Jews.
What do you think?
SouFlo, but they're all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not lying, I'm all over the place. It trips me.
Mm.
Me I say talk, me I say don't talk. Some of the on the fence.
I saw me did stay to, you know, because I say, boy, if she talk, everything mash up. But if she don't talk, the youth get denied knowing who his father is.
SouFlo, you have to everything mash up. You know, realize, you know, it's a whole generation what a mash up, you know.
Yeah, then that me I say, everything mash up. Everything
like
mash
it
up.
lick the chip yesterday, I'm like, couple of years, I'm saying to my kids and my husband, when I listen to that verdict, I see if I can solve the one.
Yeah.
My husband is all over the place. And he must say, yo, she did what she done, and what have you? And she not even learn now to the man wrong, you know, it's a wrong and right situation, and she wrong.
Boy, so you think the man wrong?
SouFlo, both party wrong.
No, the father, me not talk about the father, and I talk about the husband.
Me say, if I'm me, me I take the next flight out. They say the second night, him do and do. Me reach back a foreign and him a come see the paint on the wall.
God no, I saw you serious.
And me if I tell you.
Sure no.
Him a come back come see the paint on the wall. You can't make me go on vacation and you left me stranded in your family them out. You're bright. The two of we enjoy together. The two of we up here suffer and but and work hard. Like two of we enjoy life.
Yeah, him can't carry go park you and out.
Come on, him man.
Because that him doing really carry go park her still, you know. She want go out, she want to see the island. I saw.
You're right.
Well, if goose get cooked, you know. So.
me say not talk because you know what the man said earlier on I said to my husband, he might go kill her. Even though she's her husband now go arm her. Let me tell you something, a serious thing that.
But what nobody now talk about is this. How about him or kill him father?
All of that too.
All right.
You hear me say? My husband says a whole generation water balling.
All right.
Everything I go get leaked in the family there.
Sure no.
Pitney I go hate her. Man I go hate her. Father I go hate her for talk. Mother-in-law I go hate her. Everything I go hate her.
You see how one
maybe
pum
she
can mash
end
up
up kill
things.
herself too.
After she done lose all that.
She could have killed herself.
Mm-mm.
As the lady said, do a DNA first.
Right. And be
Get
100%.
time here, get something, and go do a DNA. If a female, shut your mouth. My granny said everything good feet, good for talk.
God no. So if she do a DNA and find out, say, if her husband, she good. Just don't say nothing about
Shut
what
her
happened
mouth,
with the
yeah.
father.
Your boy you want when you get it. Shut your
Wicked.
mouth. Because either way, even if a female son, if she can confess that, we're going to funeral.
Wicked. With my father.
Yeah, either way, he might go kill her. So, Flo, you know, easy when a woman cheat on a man, you know.
Then me and a man, let me tell you, man.
All right. When we, the woman, can maybe get over it and cry, and when them say when one gone, another one come, in order to get over one, you know it go?
Go on now next.
All right. With a man that lick him chip, was him father.
Yeah. Mad.
Him gonna wipe out everything.
Mad. One pump
so she
cause all this problem.
What she gonna do right about now? She spread her bed, she have to go lay down in night. So if she listen right about now, go do a DNA. And if you do the DNA and a female one, my girl, a whole heap of state about. Do a SouFLo there.
All right.
Tell him over the phone.
From a distance.
And just know so that's the end of your marriage.
You know, say if me, all right, put myself as in a fair shoes, right? All when him say if me I'll call from Colorado and him there Florida, me I tell him all when him say it's all good and come home, me not go home, you know.
Me? But say, my clothes them pop before me lay the story.
Yeah, I'm not going
and
home.
she know so the fit them I go eat her, but carry them with her.
All right.
Break the news later on to them.
You know, one of the things I did say is break the news later when the picnic them older. Well, the little boy is older. When them can manage hearing crazy stuff like that.
So enjoy them right now. If them young, when them get older, you sit them down and make them know what time it is. But with your husband, my girl, you better stay for a fling your stone. Me, she say, oh, him not gonna do her.
He will never do me anything because he's not
she
that
don't
type.
know when you're man when woman cheat.
All right. That
man don't take things lightly when them look as if somebody else in the play in a garden.
Picking flowers and all.
It's a joke.
Why?
So the best advice is do a DNA. If I the father one, stay far and show your stone.
Rotted.
So I hope she'll listen to me.
All right.
Run for the hill. And girl, you say I'm gonna hurt you,
but you don't know.
Kill you.
Kill you. Big up yourself, Carla.
Yeah, man, take care.
Manners.
I heal up the wife and kiss the kids them for me.
All right, will do.
All right.
Ja. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, fam.
You know, I'm sort of amazed that I'm hearing a lot of sexism in here. Because
what are
the
you
way
hearing?
the woman is, that's her husband's father did that to his own son. He betrayed his son. He betrayed his wife. He has many years of marriage. If her husband is the father, you know, how he is so wrong. She is too. I'm not, but I want, it should be fair. They're both very guilty. And the fact that we don't even know if the father was sober or drunk adds to the fact. If he was sober, what's his excuse? You know? And if she was drunk and still was able to realize what she was doing, the father was drunk, he had realization of what he was doing as well. Come on. I mean, it's really, I find it's being looked at very unfairly. And they're both really totally wrong. But that's the father, that's your son's wife. You know, and you had many years of marriage. He is a grown man, a mature man, supposed to have some wisdom. And somebody made a comment that that kind of rum punch is a man's drink. Okay? So he can't hold his liquor, even if he was drinking it as well. He's a man, he can't hold his liquor that he did what he did. It's a horrible situation. It really is. And the whole family is going to be mashed up. But I feel your child, he had that child, he had his son before before the son even knew the wife.
Right.
It's a family line that should not have been betrayed on the father's part. It's a grown, mature man.
So it starts
from the
father.
Politician that embarrassed himself on that videotape. He's a grown man. Part of the reason people ridicule him is because he should know better. As far as so it's please be fair in your judgment, because I feel it's being very unfair or letting the father off the hook. And we really need to examine and be fair, about to men and women. You have women who just bash men. I try not to do that. I discourage women from doing that. Let's be fair in the other way too. Okay, that's all I would like to say.
All right. Thank you. Good point too.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. All right. So here's the thing. The reason why we're not beating down the father so much is because, there are dynamics that we don't know. But had she not made herself available, none of this couldn't have happened too. So, I mean, the rough year, son. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFlo.
Good morning, fam. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Can't complain. I've life, the greatest thing,
Right, that's all. So talk to us now.
SouFlo.
Yes, brother.
Always, when these topic, I'm a man always want to share my opinion because who feels it knows it.
Saying.
And I want to always educate my females, right? SouFlo, it's not easy to know that you get a youth mining and you realize that the youth is not your way. As a man, I can tell you this. It's not an easy road.
That happened to you?
Right? Because read between the lines of SouFlo. You know what?
All right.
Things happen, I'm even fine for youth. But, every different country have different rules and things. But just read between them. But especially if the public and the community knows it, man, the youth and people are teased about it. That's one of the wickedest things for a man, When the whole internet knows, the whole community knows, so a man like you are from the baby in the belly to the baby in the 18, they realize that the youth on the year old, and people are troubling about it.
Embarrassing.
Man can't deal with them pressure. There. You have a whole heap of man snap SouFlo.
True.
You get what I'm saying?
True.
And the females need to take responsibility. They need to look better SouFlo.
Yeah.
The other day, I'm there on the internet and I read a study. I can't remember the site where I read it from. 50% of the woman them give jacket. Not only in Jamaica, in the Caribbean.
40 to 50% or something like that. It was a high percentage. I remember seeing a study recently.
So I ask the female them take responsibility for these things.
Saying.
Take responsibility and stop moving the goalpost and blame man. Come on, females, man.
No
way. You know money I do, man. I'm full time and stop doing things.
Oh boy.
Trust me.
Do it and then blame
some. Females, do the right thing. Do the right thing, females. Have protection. If you know you're a gay man, but have protection, man.
So you feel like she should tell in this situation? You feel like she should tell?
SouFlo, she make a run. Tell what? And the last thing that the man want to hear.
I saw. And the one
SouFlo, my back never strong SouFlo. I kill one already. Because of the same thing.
Wow.
I kill her because the pressure will come on and ride my bicycle and people say, yo, you have to give a job, you have to give that. No, man, the woman need to do better, man. She can't tell him SouFlo.
She can't tell him.
She can't tell him, Bridget. I would advise her Just pack your bag and move to another state. You use a only, but you have to take responsibility. Once you go tell him, the man has a destroy. That's my advice. Females take responsibility to the action. Please.
All right, sir.
Yeah.
Manners. Well, the man said, who feels it knows it. Wait, Stash says 1 mailman in America breed over 1,000 women. Look it up. Yeah. Because you know, the same thing I go on with Amazon delivery guys now. They're seen running in and out of houses now. And, you know, in the back of vehicles and all these things. So I guess there's no shortage of women out there to risk it all. Hubby's off to work or she have the day off or whatever the case may be. She'll fling it up quickly. It don't take long. It doesn't take long. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
One night only. One night only. Next up, expect to care.
Where else about that one? Yeah.
You see when you talk, listen when me hear it. And me hear you say, boom. Because I would miss me laugh, I did. Because all the time me listen and me think and me say, no, couldn't go so. And me say, how she feel? Okay, first of all, you go on vacation with somebody. If me go on vacation with my wife and we go and we are going on party and me a call her and she say, oh, but yeah, and the car broke down and me can't reach a Kingston. Me soon come. The car broke down and we are trying. No, what? How that go? Me that go for you and find you. Me that go and find you and fix the car and we reach back home. And the mere fact say you spend so much time outside. I never hear what before.
And that him wife did upset about you know.
2 days. What you say?
I say that his wife was upset about. She was upset because of the kind of excuses that he was giving. You obviously watched the video because you just revealed. I sent people who didn't watch it. I said, go watch the video and figure out the kind of excuse that he was giving her. But you just said what the excuse is that he gave her. It's a lame excuse. Honestly.
It's really lame.
And she said that's what ticked her off. Because the excuse was so damn lame. Like, you don't have no ratings for me.
Yeah, you could even sell a
bobblehead doll, tell me anything.
The car map down the put up on patrol or something. Nothing. You could have bed, no nothing. We get the gunman all the way up.
Boy, the gunman all the way up. I was kidnapped. Why?
When the woman say, I think my son is my husband brother, I was like, Jesus Christ.
Can't get no worse than that.
So, lady, next thing too, when she said she drink and she black out at the bed and she saw one man come in there and then she just weep because she feel like, I have some questions. Remember when you did say that now we should tell the grandmother got things say, she wanna eye out the grandfather from a long time. I think we should be saying the grandfather has been eyeing she from a long time. Because he's going to be this marriage or something. Why we just walk in the room?
You think the grandfather was eyeing her from a long time?
Of course.
Missing people have said that, but you know, it could be another situation, you know, it could be one of them things that where Gramps did a drink and she was drinking too, and you know, she mad at her husband, so she started give Gramps her vibes. Like inviting him.
When you're drinking, drinking is not LSD. It's not something where you do on your seat and you do something where you're not supposed to, where you would never do. You know, you're not going to drinking and then do like 10 backflip. I know, so you can't even backflip.
Drinking just lower your inhibition.
Right.
Yeah.
So
drinking really make you do things where you wouldn't normally do anyway. You just never have the courage to do it. So exactly. Your inhibitions are lowered now. So you just feel like, okay, forget me drunk.
She knows that why she did what she did. And I'm happy she tell the truth throughout the whole time. She said, why she do what she do, she tell everything. But him now, I would like to hear inside the story because I'm pretty sure
that his explanation for why he do what he did is because he wanted to be with her. So he
with your son
being
wife
drunk, taking off him all her clothes has to be one all purposeful move. You know, take off the clothes just like that. You want to do it.
True.
So the lady who called before, when she started off, I say, sex is more shut up. When she gets into it, I'm like, not quite, but you're almost there. And it's true, the father have a little bit more blame. She's not innocent at all because she says she knows what she's doing and she takes ownership. But the grandfather, he knew what he was doing. He went into the room, naked beside her, ready to get things going. And she did with it. Now, she would tell him, lady, I just pack up some bag and disappear like Jesus not in the at night. Oh, me no wife no. Yeah, make him say him no wife no more. He will disappear. When it's all that trace. Be one of them case man TV where you look for people them I can't find them.
Go missing.
Yeah, missing. You know, crime stop missing a night time on TVJ. Yeah, be that. Better be your life now because if you tell him no, as the man said before, anybody before, may catch you and he might turn you into the dust of the earth. But if she, said make him wait till them older. I don't know.
Wait till the children them older, especially the little boy there, where him
but that's so selfish.
But it's okay. So I think it's selfish to actually do it now, and the reason being this: he won't have the capacity now as a child to sort that out. A bare confusion. So you want to wait till him make older, till him can understand like what actually took place and how this is this. But in the meantime, wait until he gets older is gonna make it worse because you're holding on to this secret. Time is going by. Your husband sitting there thinking, no, he's probably gonna think, man, for all these years you knew this and held on to this, so there's really no reconciliation. Listen, I think the relationship mash up already. I think it's done already. Once a man find no man I know want to be with a woman that had a child by my father, especially while we were married. No, me don't want nothing to do with you. I don't want no part of you. So just consider it, if you're gonna tell, consider it like divorce is next. Accept that divorce is next. She herself probably can't even look at her husband properly after this, but apparently she's been able to.
Yeah, I mean, she stomach it somehow and buy down corner or something. But if she tell him, the reason I say it's not good is because it kind of is a wicked move. You wait till the man in 60s or 70s and old, and the picnic on phone age and to tell him. But by that time, the man I gonna be so sad and depressed, he can't do nothing to you, which is good for you, but it just took that man. You also took his childhood away in terms of his contact with his child. You stole that from him.
Yeah.
Because that's not actually his kid. That's his brother.
Right.
You took this from him and he can never get it back. That's kind of like, that's a wicked move for him.
Yeah.
To him.
Because that child will never know what it means or feels like to be raised by his actual father.
And imagine the child, you say when the child is older. When the child older, the grandpa will be dead. His dad is gonna be dead.
That could be that too.
So that you're just saying
time is of the essence. So time is of the essence then.
Yeah, because in one instance.
So what you say? Tell or don't tell? Don't tell.
Me I go say tell, as the man said, tell from the great state of Wyoming. From a mountain top somewhere, make a phone call. He didn't go say Ray and tell him with all the pin in the back seat. And if you not go tell, well, you better, no, tell. Because if him find out, I know him not gonna tell you, I'm killing nice sleep. So find out from now, tell him from now, make him know somewhere far away in the great state of Birmingham, UK. And live there and tell him we're going and move everything out. Make him, I'm going on a business trip. Yeah.
So wrong way.
Story.
All right.
Took set away yourself from now.
All right. All right. Manners.
Yeah.
All right, sir. So he says tell, but tell from a distance. Like I said, tell but tell from. This can't be safe. This can't be safe. Karen Notice says, I know someone who has a child for someone, and the man she was with actually accepted the child and raised him as his own. When the child found out, he still didn't accept the real father. This is a different situation. This ain't my woman cheating on me, getting a baby, me accepting that baby, raising it as my own. This is deeper. This is this man's father, though. So
this ain't my woman cheating on me, getting a baby.
Live on the air with SouFlo. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFlo.
What going, fam?
I'm okay. This is a don't tell situation.
It's a don't tell situation.
Absolutely. You have to wait for the child to be mature because you're being selfish right now. The fact that she's asking for advice is because she's being selfish. She is being selfish because she's not thinking of the other children that came before this young guy. You understand? What about that family intact before this indiscretion happened? If talking about, oh, it's cheating the child of a father, what father? The father that stole something? Because he went in there knowing that that's his son's wife. So what rights does he have?
Yeah.
It was stolen. It was stolen from the get-go. You can't lean on the side of morality. That went out the window when.
But we can't.
But
we can't deny DNA though. See, if that's his child, right?
No, we can't deny the name.
So no matter how bad, no matter how bad, no matter how bad he is,
he's grandpa though. He's grandpa. That's DNA. That's the DNA right there.
So we're gonna leave it at he's grandpa.
He's grandpa until if grandpa dead in the process before he gets old, he's still he's grandpa afterward. He'll be daddy when the child is old enough to process it. But you cannot be selfish to the other kids. She's being selfish because she cannot deal with her conscience. That's something she's gonna have to suck.
All right.
And morals and all this, trying to be right. No, that went out the window between grandpa and her.
I agree.
You have to keep the family intact. And as far as husband is concerned, where were you? Why did you leave the garden unread?
But you
did not weed the garden before you leave, you allow someone else to come in and weed this garden.
You're wicked. You're wicked. But listen, we don't know.
All stuff. Everybody's operating from a selfish place. If you want her to tell,
yeah,
you have to think about the other children, and you have to think about keeping the family intact, and you also have to think about. Where did the husband get this type of behavior from? You can see dad. Because if dad is going to impute on wife, get the hell out of here.
That's what the first caller said. Chip no far from the block. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So
this is going to have to be, you're going to have to take this heartache. Yes, you're going to have to take a little sneak disses here and there from family member that's saying, she's just being selfish. Shut your mouth like you should have shut your legs and keep it moving for the sake of the family. When the kids are old enough, yes. Because absolutely, you might ruin a whole future for your children, not just the son.
Right. Right.
So my thing is shut your mouth.
Damn. All right.
Husband don't deserve to know because he was out there running around. The only difference between him and I is the fact that you could not bring home a baby. So we're thinking about the children and the greater good of the family. We're not thinking about being selfish. Get out of here.
I feel some kind of way. Because I don't know, I'm being a bit biased.
Whatever way is being felt, that's being selfish though. You're not thinking of the children.
That's true. That's true. So
nobody is thinking about the children. I did not hear her mention the other kids more than the fact that she said we have previous children and they're all girls. But even look at that, you're robbing girls of their dad because this man is not staying.
Right.
He's already a whore.
True. True.
So she better suck it up. He better take what he got and we'll sort it out later.
All right.
That's it. That's all.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah.
She said he better suck it up and we'll sort it out later. Wait. Jane Anders says, what a corrupted family. BM says, I think they slept together more than once. It wasn't a one night. I don't know. The way how she put it, I'm not going to add anything to what was written. I'm not making up my own story. I'll stick to what was there. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Yes, my brother. Good morning.
What
could I say? I blame the man, really. I blame the husband. Because me as a man, I watch my woman, you know. That's my enjoyment, you know. So I wake up in the morning and look on the Dow Jones stock market and say which stock I do good. My enjoyment, my investment is my woman. I take notes for what my woman do. Me as a man watch my woman. If my woman tell me say she tell Fort Lauderdale to reach a mile in 25 minutes. Me look on the traffic report and look on GPS. I mess about with. You say you're there 595 and now traffic look clear. It's a nice sunny day, no rain up on the road. How come you take so long to reach down on my yard now?
Yeah, check the traffic report. No
yes,
accident
man.
on the road.
Yes, man.
Ja. No.
So if the man, you know, in all fairness to the man, if the man reach home in 15 years, he could have done imagine I play domino and all them things. The man must do that. I look up in high school, sweetheart, and girl, when he used to go to basic school with.
See it.
You understand? If you give the man the benefit I don't.
See it.
Man could have played domino and, you know, stop putting bed in a drink and drink jelly and all them things and imagine they are born with and play football. It's possible. Not likely.
But possible.
But it's possible. But if the man did their home like me, if my woman says I go in the bathroom for the number one, I'm 3.5 minutes past. I say, where could I learn your blood so? No, man. The little thing we drink this morning can't put in the bathroom 3.5 minutes. No, man, that's all like a number two or number 1 and 3/4.
Wait there, you watch your man.
I watch my one, I take note, I about binoculars, SouFlo, I'm telling man. My woman and my investment.
Yeah. Boy.
Me not wake up in the morning and say, boy, this has stock down up and it's coming on the money at stock market. Yeah. Stock market. My money then and my woman.
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
All right. You know we have
don't mind if a man call me City Watchman and Fussy Satellite. No boy can't call me Satellite.
All right, sir.
Yeah, man. So that me blame the man for. You understand?
So you don't trust your woman?
Trust?
Yeah.
And my woman know me the pan top her when she the pan top on me.
That time good.
Yeah, man. When she was with John Public, she had John Public woman.
Ja.
Yeah, man. Me say a man get arrested one day if you put a GPS tracking. Never read this thing, but you put a GPS tracking device on the woman vehicle. But me agree with it. I'm investing in the vehicle. I'm investing in the woman.
But
you know the problem I have with the situation now. If she tell the man, it come like when you catch dirty cops, you know. You say, boy, this is a cop, a plant evidence. It make you go dig up the whole of the other case them where the cop did involve in. So when you go dig up and say, boy, I'm one of them 2 daughters where him have, I really feel him. It make you question everything now and say, boy, if the cop plant evidence in this case, I wonder where it's evidence plant.
Is a whole another talk that you know?
So when me have 2 human bedding, me watch my woman, me take notes, me keep me little diary. I said, this way you said, on the 13th of November, you tell me that yes, so. And me have evidence. How do you respond? Here is a alibi for this and that. But watch my woman then, bitch.
All right, sir.
All right, sir.
All right. So the man fault because he never watch him wife close enough. Boy, if me have to watch my wife that close, me don't want her. Because that means, yo, me gonna get bun till me fool. Somebody say you need to go watch Under Me Nose. Yeah, because no matter how hard you watch, my friend, it can go on right there, so. All right. Me see a lady say it the other day, let's cock it up around a full cup there, so. Hey, girl, she was cussing another woman. She was cussing another woman, and that's what she said. She does with the woman's husband, right? She said, all when you just stand up around the front round there, so I just cock it up around the around at the foul house, 1 foot up, so, and bam, and he in and he out, and he come right back there with you. I forgot what island they were from, but the way how the woman explained it was like, she said, just bam, and him just run in and run out. And the wife stand up right up front, up there, so you can watch all you want to watch, my friend. Them the kind of watch, they have too much pressure, though. Call us on like JYT. One more call and then we move on to the next topic, right? All right, live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Blessing.
Blessing, fam. What go on? Talk to me now.
I'm there, bro. I'm here again. I would just like to add one more thing, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I listen to everybody. Everybody I said a lot of people are saying, don't tell because she might end up get hurt in the process.
Mm-hmm.
And you are saying some saying to tell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody ever really think about what would happen if this husband here, even though my dog shit, what if he is a subscriber of your channel, bro?
Why?
You see me? And him find out before that child become older.
But the info vague, you know. So it could have anybody, but Mr. The info is vague. So it could be anybody. Yeah. But if you look deep into your situation, I guess if it applies, you might be able to place it, you know?
Yeah, put 2 and 2 together.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing too.
Yeah.
Out of everybody else, this father could have left him footprints, right? And daughter-in-law house him go plant them.
Right, that's all. Workless man. Workless.
So it's like a triangular corruption, right? That's a bro.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, everybody get a look of fault there.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
True.
It's like you can't really pin it on one person. That's just from my opinion. Still.
Yeah, I agree. Nobody, him guilty. The father who is grandfather, him guilty. Our husband guilty, and she guilty, and all three of them play a crazy sick part in this whole thing becoming a reality. All three of them play a part in this becoming a reality. So everybody have to go accept them blame in this, right? That's all.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And where the chips fall, that's where the chips fall. Yeah, right. That's all. All right, my brother.
Yeah, man. Bless up you and the family. Anyway,
manners.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna end this segment by saying this, right? Just like I just said, everybody is to be blamed. I listen to everybody's opinion of what everybody is to be blamed in this. The grandfather is to be blamed in this. That's just low down, dirty. The wife is to be blamed in this. There's so many questions I have, right? Plus, she said a couple of things like she knew it wasn't her husband. She could have felt the naked man body and all these things. So if you knew it wasn't, why you never ball out, roll out of the bed, something, bring some attention to you if you didn't want it? She said she did, and she did it willingly. So that she should be blamed. And then the husband, of course, who set this whole wheel in motion, should be blamed. But if you got to watch your wife like that all the time, though, I mean, me can't trust you around my father. Me can't trust you around my close family members. Then I don't know. So I don't know how this blame split. who gets 25%, who gets 75%, who gets 50%, but the whole of them in there created this situation right here. The only real victims in all of this, though, is the children on both sides. The children they had before, and that newborn child who stands to be granddaddy's baby. That, right? That's so. The children are always to be blamed when careless grown people are selfish and do careless grown people stuff. So that part, I'll leave it right there. And the husband's mother. Yeah, the husband's mother too. She's gonna be hurt because she didn't ask for all this and she played no part in. But no, party I keep at your house. Which part she did there? Where was she? I hope she. Well, maybe she was tending to the other guests and maybe she trusted her husband. She's gonna be hurting too. She is. I won't even go around that one. I'm still asking if nobody noticed anything though. You know. But anyway, she could be sleeping while party are going at your house. No, sir. But it happens. And I've seen it happen. Let's run through these others topics real quick. For those of you who haven't seen the video, there are parts in it that I didn't discuss on here. It might give you a better understanding of, and you might come to a different conclusion. So go watch the video. It's up on the channel, right? I was just reading this article, and the head of the article says 99 road deaths between January 1st and March 30th. You know, I talk about this every now and then, but I have to touch upon it again. This is one of the topics where we touch on pretty frequently. So in Jamaica, we have a lot of bad roads. Like you have some roads that ever since from I was a child, and I'm talking about from me like 4, 5, 6, them road they're bad. All no. 2023, them road they're still bad. Like if your car dropping some of these potholes, it's definitely you losing the car. Axle broke, all kind of something happen. We bash government, and we always say, "Oh, them need to fix up the road, them, and what am I do with the money? Them eating off the money, thief the money, and share it up, and the people get bad road for drive pan." But what I notice is every time they pave off a piece of road, people just start dead pan it. Because every time they pave the road off, we start use the road like a racetrack, right? Fast and Furious, my boss. And I keep saying Fast and Furious, my boss, because I actually saw that in Jamaica. I see a brother jump out of a car, talk to my cousin, jump back into the car, and before he left, the brother said, "Fast and Furious, my boss." I say a word, man. Zing! And the way he took off down that road, and this is a country road, you know. The way I'm take off down the road, I said to myself, say, I'm sure by the time we reach down further, we will see him wrap up on a light post or something like that's how they drive. A lot of them. I'm not saying all Jamaicans drive like this. A lot of them. Only purpose for doing this is just to like ask them like, what's going on? Like, why we already have enough deaths through murders and all this. Why we adding to it from January to March 1st to March 30th, from January 1st to March 30th, 100 dead already. 100 on the roads already. That's crazy. That's crazy. And they don't change. Like they watch this, them see somebody dead, they see the videos, because you know in Jamaica, as soon as car mash up, people go over there with them phone and they're like this, and some people are like, him dead, you know, why him foot twist up so? No man, him not dead, man, him still alive. No man, him dead. And they post it on social media, right? So you get to see all the gruesome pictures and everything, and you wake up tomorrow and you get on the same road and you do the same driving. Fast and Furious, my boy. And then you end up on front page again. Your turn next. Then somebody after, like, they're not learning. They're not learning. So for those of you who go to Jamaica or want to go, who haven't gone, because I like to encourage people to go, because Jamaica is not like how some of you who haven't been in 15, 20 years think it is. It's changed completely. You can pick up your car at the airport. You just like going to any first world country. You book your reservation for your vehicle. You pick your vehicle up at the airport. You put your address in your GPS. You go about your business. The times and days of tell uncle so and so say yeah come so him can come pick you up because we don't have nobody to carry you come at the house. Those days are gone, right? You're a big person, you have a driver's license, you can go to Jamaica and drive. Pick up your car at the airport. It's real easy. Jump on the road. The GPS system in Jamaica works perfectly. You won't get lost. With that said, if you're ever on the road driving there and you see somebody pull up side of you and says, oh, come off of the road, don't pay them no mind. That's how they are. Just keep on going. I've had it done to me. You mean me get a suck your mother, me get a come off of the road. I just keep going at the regular speed that I'm going at, right? So you can go there, you can drive normal, and you can get by. So don't be afraid thinking you can't. But I'm just puzzled by the amount of deaths on the road and why we keep doing it. All right. On to another story now. The other story, somebody sent me this picture and they said, SouFlo, put up this picture and see if we can help find her because this young lady had went missing. Right? She had went missing. Honestly, when they sent me the picture, I thought, with the information, I thought, she's 18. If she was underage, like, I remember in Jamaica, age of consent is 16. So if she was like some 12-year-old or something, I probably would have jumped on it and made a big alarm over it. But she's 18. And I thought to myself, 18, this is exactly what I thought. I said, 18, she probably gone a man yard. Because we've seen so many of these happen, right? And then when they're found, they don't give us no explanation. They just said the person who went missing was found. End of story. People like to hear what them did there, what happened. Anyhow, the police have confirmed that the 18-year-old young woman who was reported missing on Saturday has been found dead in Marchtown, Kilmarnock, Hanover. She has been identified as Tessia Hall. A search party, which included the police and residents, began searching the area on Wednesday for Hall, who is the mother of a 3-year-old child. So you do the maths. She's 18. Her child is 3. She must have been about 15 when she had the baby. All right. Now there's a 3-year-old who won't have a mom. However, the search proved challenging due to the vegetation, the landscape, how it's set up, the topography of it all, hill and gully and these things. Anyways, when they stumbled upon her, her naked body was discovered. Friday afternoon in a state of decomposition. The Green Island police are investigating her death, and her death brings to 3 the number of murders recorded in Hanover in the last 3 days. So they're averaging like 1 murder a day. But I hope they find out what actually happened to her, who did it to her, and whatever. Me don't know the backstory to it. I don't know if she meets somebody on one of these dating apps. I just read a story where a young lady met some guy on a dating app and she said, oh, him tall and him look good and she like dark skin and this and that. And the first thing he did, him ordered dinner. They went to go eat the dinner. And when she was finished eating, they were walking away from the restaurant. She said he pushed her forward, threw something over her face, blindfolded her, punched her in the back of her head, dragged her. She ended up in the back seat of her own vehicle, and he sexually assaulted her, just like that. And she just met him on this app and decided they're going out for dinner, right? Shout out to the woman them out there who feel empowered, and I can have many men as I want, and I meet them everywhere, and I meet strangers for dates, and it's so exhilarating and all this. Y'all better be careful, because sometimes you're meeting a psycho. And I don't know about the online stuff too much. I always say to myself, I know it's the way of the world, but this person can't find anybody like close to where they live at. That's always a red flag for me. If you can't find people around you that are attracted to you and you might be attracted to, is a big red flag. You might have too much to hide and people know something, but that's not her story. This is a story I read this morning, but I'm telling y'all that her story was she just went missing, right? And I thought it was going to be one of those cases of, oh, she's going to make it back. She did her own her man yard. She not tell nobody nothing. And it wasn't. She was found naked in bushes. Obviously, you know how the rest of that story goes, right? Because they don't just strip you down, kill you, and throw you away. Other things take place. Feel bad for her, but so many of these stories continue to come out of little tiny Jamaica. People, especially women, will have to start moving more careful, and y'all have to be less trusting. I'm sorry to say it, but y'all have to be less trusting. Just like the brother was saying the other day that he was like, black women, I hold the door open for them, they have an attitude. I say, hi, how you doing? They have an attitude. I give a compliment, nice outfit you're wearing, they have an attitude. But if I do it for a Spanish woman or a white woman, they always receive my compliments well. They run up and run through the door and say thank you. And I said to myself, let's be honest. Let's be real honest with ourselves as a community. How many black men you know give a good-looking black woman a compliment just to give her a compliment? Not many. It's usually the start of something else. It's usually the knock on the door trying to see if I could get in, if I can spark a conversation from this compliment, which can lead to the exchange of a number, which can lead to me getting some pum pum. That's what it's always about. And I big up the woman them who actually walk around with a kind of attitude. Coming like woman will laughy with every man that she sees. And me and them eyes must make four all the time. I like the woman them that come and cut through a whole group and crowd of people and go about our business, and you standing right in front of her, you and her eyes never made four. Because she's not looking you in your face, she's not there for you, right? You know, you have some women that go out fishing, like they're flirting with every guy. And that's what it means to us ladies. It means you want me. If me and you, I keep on making four and you keep looking in my direction, you're telling me come here. You're telling me come talk to me. You're telling me it's possible that I could get your number, that we could talk a little bit later, that more things could go on. You're attracted to me, something. That's what it means. So if you go out there and do it, you know, say that it mean, right? But like the woman them when them not play them kind of game there. Because it's not a good world we living in. It's dangerous out here. And a man start off with compliment, then he blaming all black women. Oh, they act like they don't see a brother. And no, because they know what you are. Them know how we stay. They're our women. They know how we stay. Them know see how crutches y'all look. But your dress, you wearing that dress, girl. Beautiful. Yeah, right. You looking at ass. Right? The dress kind of tight, right? Her shape shows, right? I bet if she was in a dashiki, long down to her ankle, you wouldn't give no compliment. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't say, what a beautiful African print that is. Where'd you get that? You wouldn't say that. Y'all look for some tight clothes, and from you see a little bit of shape show up. Oh, that dress is so beautiful. You really want to say that ass fat. She knows that. She's been around you her whole life. So let's stop with the blaming her because she don't want to receive your compliment well. She knows your intentions. Y'all be careful out there on them dating apps. Now, this sad ass story hit me this morning, right? And this is a whole different one. Put a face to the name. I saw this story break yesterday, and I was supposed to cover it yesterday, but you know how I do. I don't do breaking news. So for the people them who run up, SouFlo, you're late, man. That story I dropped yesterday. You didn't get all the information yesterday. So what's the point? I'm not a news reporter, so it's not my job to come tell you about 4 people were shot today, 2 are seriously injured. That's it? What are we talking about this for? Right? So I like when the story have the meat to it so I could put a story to the face. This young lady yesterday. There's another one. This young lady. A story broke yesterday that said her father took her life. This is his daughter, his teenage daughter. And he took his teenage daughter's life yesterday. The first time I saw it, I said to myself, what a guan. Like, what could my teenage daughter have done to make me resort to such drastic measures that her life ended up being took. Listen to this. Tracy Ann, shout out to the Jamaica Star. Tracy Ann, who is the aunt of this 17-year-old, her name is Sadiq Calvert. She was stabbed to death early yesterday morning at her home on Barry Street in Kingston. They're imploring the teenager's father to turn himself into the police. Because not only did he kill his daughter, he went on the run. Because police want him, right? Because you just committed murder. So up to press time last night, detectives assigned to the Elliston Road police station, they were searching for the father, who is believed to have killed Sadiq. Reports are that about 1:10 a.m., a dispute developed between the father and the daughter when a knife was used to inflict a wound to the daughter's chest. She was taken to the hospital where she died while receiving treatment. Tracy Ann, which is the auntie, told the Jamaica Star that she did not witness the incident as it played out. This is what she was told. Him run away from last night, and I don't know where him gone. Me no see or hear from him. Me lose a niece, and me I wonder if me lose a brother, because I don't know what him up to or what him a go do. Me I beg him to just come and give his end of the story. If him innocent or if him stab her and don't realize it, just come talk. In other words, his sister is thinking him can't be too right now. He's probably contemplating suicide. So her niece just died, and now her brother is probably going to take his own life as well, as opposed to going to prison. Her own father, fam, Dorothy T, her own father. You know, when you have teenagers, 16, 17, them age there, you could expect to hear your door lock rattle late in the night, even though you old schooled your stuff and tell them, anybody sleep under this roof, you're in the house by 11:30. Midnight now catch you out the door, because you're giving them some leeway, right? When you start paying your own bills at your own place, you can go stay out all you like. You can do all that. You're still going to have them bucking the system, I promise you. See? Well, my own never do it, so I don't know. But you get the drift. More than likely, one of them is going to do it eventually. Anyhow, Sadiq reportedly stopped attending Tivoli Gardens High School, and Tracy Ann, her aunt, said that her father was trying to get her re-enrolled or get her enrolled at another learning institution. I heard she was supposed to go to Hart. Anyways, he was expecting to apply for her taxpayer's registration number today. His name is not on her birth certificate. Her father's name is not on her birth certificate. So he had to get a declaration form that was signed up, and he did that. So tomorrow, which is today, I'm supposed to go tax office with her. She's our only child. Tracy Ann said that Sadiq, it's not Sadiq, it's Shadiq. Tracy Ann said that Shadiq was well loved by her father, the same father, but admitted that sometimes he had to punish her. Now, mind you, she just said this is his only child. Her father is a very strict person, but she wants to have her own way. Him always have a problem when she leave the yard without permission. There were times when she would sleep out, bleach out her face, and him not like them something there. He is a very good father, and the entire community will tell you that. But she was just very stubborn, and she not like listen. Him always a talk to her, and sometimes him would discipline her, but not in the way where he would do any harm to her. Him would have beat her like any other parent. when you reach 16 or 17, that beating like any other parent mentality there, let me give you all an advice real quick. If them reach 17 and 16 and 17 and you have to hold them and beat them, something messed up along the way, right? And it's not going to be just beating. I'm 16 and 17, I'm getting draped up, I'm probably going to fight back. Because it's a natural reaction. And a long time I want to fight back to her. Worse, because sister, I'm bigger than you know, or I'm big enough to fight back. End of the day, 16, 17-year-old, that's not the age where you beat. You know what I'm saying? It's going to cause more complications than anything, than solving the situation. Anyways, anyhow, there were times when she would sleep out, bleach out her face, and him never in them something there. So he's a very good father in the entire community. She's vouching for him. It's her brother. Him would have beat her like any other parent, she said, not to hurt her. Him work, and she go on him insurance, and every little thing for him is him only child, and him love her gone to bed. I don't know if you should have put it that way there, but we understand what you're saying. Tracy Ann said that she heard that Shadiq had an altercation with her boyfriend minutes after midnight. She said that the teen's father heard of it and then went searching for her. Like she and her man oversaw a fight. And her daddy here after midnight. Remember, I know, she not supposed to left without permission. She out the door a fight man. Daddy here, daddy went searching for her. Him wake up out time sleep. Me, go in the bathroom, and afterwards, me hear a youth run come and tell me say my niece now breed. And she a doze way. So me do not know what take place in the dark up there. So me, all me think a joke. So me put on some clothes and me go out there, says her auntie. She said that when she observed her niece lying motionless and bleeding from the left side of her chest, she frantically started to apply CPR. She had a punctured wound above her nipple. It's a wrap. Me apply pressure to it, and me hear she take a deep breath, and her head go back, and her eyes them roll over. Me took her to KPH, that's Kingston Public Hospital, and the doctor said that she dead. So nobody don't know when she get stabbed or how she get stabbed. Well, they're blaming it on the father. I don't know if the father was trying to stab the boyfriend and end up stab his daughter. The auntie is saying it was dark up there, but they won't know what exactly took place unless witnesses who were there speak, or unless the father come turn in himself and say what him have to say. That cut off. Live on the air with SouFlo. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, what going, fam? You hear this one?
Yeah, man. How much money you bet say she pregnant?
She pregnant.
Yeah.
Rotted.
Because the way the auntie's talking, looked like he knew she had a boyfriend. So
Right.
maybe even though he might have been uncomfortable with it, he already knew.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming it's either that maybe he didn't know, but the way she's talking, he didn't know. So I think she was pregnant, and my papa couldn't take it no more. He couldn't bear it anymore.
You think him kill her because she pregnant?
I think it's either that or she have a man and never know. I had to one of the two because it wouldn't just be just like that. I don't think it was he stabbed, SouFlo. You say you do some sort of medicine. The left side of your nipple.
That's why I say it's a wrap.
Towards your aorta.
That's why I say it's a wrap. Right.
Yeah, that's intentional. We say that's where the heart is. That's not where the heart is, but that's where the main vein in your body is. If that get cut, you're done. Just say your prayers from now.
Right.
So for him to do that, where he did it, for me, when the person just look at that stuff, them catch him and whatever, when them look at where he stabbed her, they're gonna say it has to be intentional.
But
because normally if you want cut off you, but it's cut you, you know, you run away maybe your back, you know, your foot, your hand, you run away from him, but catch you and stab you in your heart. No. Him did something wrong. It can't be a little like something. Should have to breed or something.
Me, I wonder, you know what? You might be right. You might be right. But me, I wonder if, I'm wondering if, because you hear what the auntie said. The auntie said she heard somebody come tell them, say, what? He heard that him daughter and our boyfriend up there a fight, right? And she said the area is dark up there, but him jump out of bed and run go up there. So were they fighting and he stab after the boyfriend and end up stab the daughter? Like,
you know, maybe
could be.
That could be the case. They were near to eat next to each other, and him did hear the voice, but he couldn't see her and everything. They even went a bush. We never have a hard time at sleep because me go a bush and me can. The moon is pretty bright. I can clearly see who is who, but I don't know how dense the bush was. I don't know where it was, but I feel like
you put an interesting scenario forward. You know,
yeah, and now the moon is really bright in the middle of the bush. You can like
if moon is out, because moon not come out every night.
Right.
Right.
But where if they set him fine and she get about enough cut on her and or whatever, but I say, okay, maybe it's a mistake.
Right.
In her heart, no. In the no say she.
Look,
the accuracy is too good on the Andy.
Wow.
So I wish the best for the family. My condolences.
Yeah.
But the father chiplick and the chiplick right now feel pick me out. I don't know why. It's sad.
All right. Thank you for that one there.
All right.
You know, when I first saw it, we're gonna end on this note this morning, right? When I first saw the story, I said to myself and immediately thought Middle East. And I thought, I actually thought like India, because there's been a couple of stories out of India or out of the US of fathers actually, I forgot if it's called an honor killing or something, like slaying their own daughters because the daughter didn't want to marry who they had arranged the daughter to marry to, or she'd bring disgrace upon the family because they brought her to the US and now she's Americanized. So she started taking enough man. She's just changing out boyfriends and, you know, she'll try to live like American mindset, free and stuff, and it's totally against their culture. It's an embarrassment to their dad in their culture, right? So you could look at it like, oh, my daughter is turned into a whore. And they've taken the lives of their daughters. Honor killing, King Biggs? Right. So that's the first thing I thought. So interesting that that caller just said that. And I'm thinking, damn, could be that he is so embarrassed. But yo, if your teenager is pregnant, killing her ain't the solution. It's not. What are you gonna do? That's a double murder for you. See? No matter how much of a rage you fly into, that's a double murder for you. If she already far gone past abortion stage, then you have a grandchild on the way. You're just gonna have to deal with that she had a child at 17. But you stay around to help her pick up the pieces. There are plenty of people out there who had a child early, and against all odds, with some good help and some good mentorship, they became something. They became somebody. And they look back now and they're like, damn, I've come a long way. You know, never thought I would have made it this far, but I did. So taking a life over that, I don't know, and I don't support it. I hope them find him soon. I hope he turns himself in soon. I hope he doesn't kill himself, because if he does, we wouldn't know the real reason, or we wouldn't know why or what really happened. His piece is needed to fit the puzzle to this story. In the meantime, for those of you out here raising children, you need a lot of patience. Continue to practice patience. Our children are here to help us to grow, to become who it is we are supposed to become, that better human being. You understand? So take your lessons and don't kill the picnic them though. Remember, they're a gift that came through you. They're not yours. They're only with you for a short period of time. Then they have the rest of their own lives to live as well. Be thankful you're a parent. Be thankful you were chosen to be a parent and be the best parent you can be. Knife in an altercation with your own child, that's a no-go. Well, we're going to leave this one right here this morning. I'm glad to see y'all turn out. Big up on yourself. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Who didn't watch the video to hear the full story about the woman and her father-in-law and the baby and these things, go watch it. It might change your mind on what you think versus what you think now. All right. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning right here on Morning Thoughts. If God spare my life, one love, and look out for my washout video. Washout means I'm going to clean out my belly, clean out my body, and start eating a certain different kind of way. Look out for that one. I'm out. Peace.